Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So who's joined us? Kimmy's here and Wendy's here.
And Front Porch Crafting.
Oh, and Front Porch Crafting. I saw it, but for some reason I thought it's something you typed in.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Hi, Front Porch Crafting. Are you on the front porch? And are you crafting? That's a question.
Wow. That's witty.
It's deep. It's deep.
About that deep.
Look. So today we're doing Queen and Company Christmas kits as part of our
Holiday Head Start.
Thank you. I was going to say celebration.
Hi, Terry. Said just call me Terry.
Oh, Terry. I was like, what? Terry joined us? I don't see a Terry. I get it now. I'm slow. I'm a little slow. Sorry, Terry.
Slow. Sign language. Slow. Or you can just say George.
What? How do you say ever?
Oh.
E-V-E. I remember to turn the lights on tonight.
Thanks, Terry. So we're doing Queen and Company cards.
For Christmas. Yay!
And is this the last of the Holiday Head Start?
This is the last of the Holiday Head Start. Though, we have another video, a quick video coming out that Ken doesn't know about yet. We have a quick video coming out that has a Cricut cut for a Christmas card that one of our friends did. And she made the design in Cricut Design Space, and I loved it. And I was like, "Oh, can I make it into a card?" And she's like, "How are you going to make it into a card?" And I was like, "Easy peasy." And I asked her if I could share it, and she said yes. So we're going to share that with everyone. So why don't you bring up the slide, and we'll talk about what kits you can use for Christmas.
And I've already put the link in the chat, so you can jump over to our webpage that has all these links over to Queen and Company and their affiliate links.
Right, so if you purchase through one of our affiliate links, we get a small commission at no charge to you, and that makes them what, Ken?
Awesome.
Awesome. So there's right now, and there's probably more coming, but I'm sworn to secrecy. Right now there are 4 different kits that you could use. Well, actually there's 5, but one of the kits they don't make anymore. Or what am I saying? There's
I have
7.
no idea.
There's 7, not 4. There's 7 kits that you could use for holiday cards.
I'm only seeing 6.
One of the kits they don't make anymore, so I didn't list it here.
Okay.
And we don't use it tonight in our video. So there's Merry and Bright, which I believe is sold out right now, but it's coming back in stock.
I'm using the Merry and Bright shapes tonight, but not the paper.
Right, because somebody took the paper out of the kit, and I don't know where that person put it. Ken.
Not me.
And then there's the snow globe kit, which you can make a full-size kind of like snow globe shaker.
Or just a circle. There's examples on their page that show them using it for all different kinds of things.
And both Merry and Bright and Snow Globe come with shaker elements. Then there's the shaped shaker kit, the tag kit. That comes with a stamp set, but no shaker pieces. None of the toppings in the kit. And you can use the tag for anything. You can make tags for Christmas presents or birthday presents, or a tag to put on the card, or anything. And tonight, Ken uses the tag kit and one of the foundation kits to make a card.
And just to be clear, it doesn't come with any toppings or paper, but it has the shaker foam and the acetates.
Right, and a stamp.
Because you said it didn't have any shaker elements.
Well, yeah, I misspoke for the 18th time tonight.
And on the bottom half is all bundled up. I still don't know what card you're making, so I don't know which kit you're using.
I'm using Pretty Presents, Ken.
So the next one is Pretty Presents. So that's the kit George is using. And then the last kit is Happy Holidays.
So the bottom 3 kits all come with papers and stamps and toppings.
And Terry said they love the snow globes. So I was surprised you didn't use the snow globes.
I was going to, but I kind of wanted to use the Pretty Presents Kit. Hi, Gina.
Hi, Gina.
I wanted to use the Pretty Presents Kit. I've been wanting to play with it a lot lately, and I haven't, so I took this opportunity. And Pretty Presents Kit is also a good kit because you can use it for Christmas, you can use it for birthdays, you can use it for lots of occasions. You can use it for retirement.
Unlike
anniversary.
Gravestones.
Oh, you can use gravestone too, I'm just saying.
I never liked the gravestones with the retirement thing. I thought it was kind of mean.
Well, it's because you're going to be dead to them because you're leaving the company and they're never going to talk to you again. So it's like you're dead.
Okay.
So tonight Ken's making 2 cards and I'm making 1. Yay.
Because he wanted me to have more stress.
Oh, please. I did 2 the last 2 times. It's only fair. It's crafts by 2, not 1.5 and a half.
Okay.
So remember, if you want to chat with us, make sure you're on the YouTube page and logged in.
Because George is slow.
Wendy, you are not lying tonight.
So
flip over to the overhead and you can get started.
So the first card I'm doing is a snowman card, and I am using the shaped shaker kit, which is this element. So you could actually do like a nice little ornament and everything with it, but I'm making a snowman because I saw it on their sample page and I just couldn't resist. So I guess I'll do the background first.
Some of the paper Ken is using, I didn't even notice you put that back where it belonged, is this from the All Bundled Up kit.
So I'm just going to do the backdrop, and then I have the snowman's body, and then the top is going to be these elements layered on top with the shaker, and then a hat. And we'll figure out how this all is going to go together shortly. But first I have this kind of background. So...
And are those just strips of paper that you cut and rounded the corners?
Yep. I used the corner punch.
Hi, Janice!
And beforehand, I asked George to do the sentiment right on the card.
And I did it right the first time.
Yep.
I couldn't believe that.
So there is no better friend than you, because this is a snowman.
And I did it with an acrylic block. I didn't even use the Misty or anything. I was impressed with myself. Wendy will tell you, or Kimmy will tell you, but actually better than Wendy. George and stamps don't always go well together. Unless they have Misty, or the Tim Holtz positioning tool, or name any other one.
So it's a little hard to see on camera, but this is a little bit of a pearlescent background.
Ooh,
so
shiny.
I didn't really color the edges or distress the edges to make it stand out, because the white kind of stands out against the pearlescent paper.
Mm-hmm. I think it does. In person it does, not so much on camera. Well, no, actually on camera you can tell.
So I'm going to have that there. And then his head, so it's kind of 3D-ish, like he's looking up at you. And I just want to make sure that if I place things there, that the hat is going to work. So that's good. So kind of eyeballing it that it's around there. So these circles are from the fundamentals, and they leave the little stitched edges. And it's a little hard to see, but this is all pearlescent paper too.
The non-Queen and Company paper that Ken's using tonight is from Paper's Paper.
Paper's paper?
It's called Paper's Paper. And they had, we were at the Novi, Michigan.
The Mega Meet.
The Mega Meet, and they had a booth there, and they had a bunch of like different sized rectangles that were pre-cut for card fronts, and they were all pearlescent, and you could get them for $10, which I thought was a steal because you can use them for your die cut, you can use them for anything.
So this is the foam shape. If you haven't done Queen & Company shaker cards before, they have the foam shapes and they give you the extra insert along with it. We normally save these. You can use them for different elements on a card, or you can just use them as scrap to pop up things as you work. Mm-hmm. They always have a kind of shiny side and then a paper side. It's kind of helpful if the shape allows it and it's not like symmetrical where it has to be laid out a certain way. It helps to put the shiny side down because this shiny acetate has a bit of a static to it. So once you put your toppings in, the toppings might pull off or jump because of the static electricity. So what I've done is popped out part of the shape. And the reason we do this is to help it keep its shape when we put it down on the card. So that way if I took everything out, I might be squishing or distorting it while I'm trying to put the shape down. So this helps keep the shape where I want it to be. Plus, it just makes things helpful.
Yep.
So I just took off the outline because I'm going to save that centerpiece. And I'm just going to set this down on top.
Janice loves the colors, and Gina says the cardstock is pretty.
So now that that's pushed down, I can just pop this out.
And Gina needs a new corner around her because hers works, but it doesn't really round corners anymore. Just kind of chomps.
So the die set actually cuts these at once, but I had George cut this out of the blue because I wanted to kind of mimic the shape inside there, but I need to glue it down. So this gives a nice background. So now I can start filling this up.
Yep. Where's your your acetate's right here.
My acetate's right here. Unlike last video, where I put it somewhere and then because it's acetate, I couldn't find it.
Like, where is it?
So it's right there. And for the snowman, because of the blue background, I was going to use the crystals.
Are you going to use any of the blue gems?
No, because I felt that the blues weren't close enough. It's not as bad on camera.
There's this one. Oh, it's more turquoise. Well,
no, I don't.
No, in person it doesn't really match that close.
And in person, this is a little more.
Maybe one or two blue?
Maybe one or two. But I thought these caught the light and they might bring out the blue from the
Okay.
paper. And then there's the tiny bubbles, which are kind of going to be the same thing, that the blue would show through a little.
Okay.
And then some white pops.
It's your card. I'm not trying to tell you how to do it.
You're not trying to.
I'm just trying to tell you how to do it.
You're not trying to, but you are. Whoops. I didn't huff.
You didn't huff. Huffer.
So why are we huffing, George?
Because huffing on the toppings will remove any static cling that you have. Gina likes the whites, and Kimmy's loving the card so far.
They kind of look like snowballs.
They do.
Whoa, this one's packed.
Yeah, I did that one.
So I think that's good. I like how the blue does show through the clear stuff.
Yeah, so do I.
So now that this is ready to go, I can put the acetate down. So I'm going to peel off the backing. And this is where it's handy with the paper on top, so the static, none of these toppings are jumping out to static cling to this.
Because sometimes if you use the plastic side facing up, they jump out.
So giving a little huff on the acetate and lining it up. Because this is a circle, this is pretty easy. So there we go. Yay.
Way to go, Ken.
Now, for this is going to go on the outside, and it doesn't have the stitching, but it's the same pearlescent paper. So again, on screen it probably doesn't look as great, but this is pearlescent paper instead of just the plain foam. So this is going to give us a little bit. And the little handle for the tag is going to actually end up under his hat. And we're going to use the shear glue to put the paper onto the acetate.
Because shear glue is like rubber cement, and a little goes a long way. So it doesn't dry 100% dry, it always stays a little bit wet, and that will help keep it adhered to the acetate, so the glue doesn't dry up and the acetate just fall off the front of your card in 6 months or a year or something. So if people want to keep your card, which I hope they do.
So there we go.
Yay.
And now the hat, I just kind of hand cut. I think it might be a little too big, so I'm going to cut a little bit off the top.
You think it's too tall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want it about there so his face shows.
Okay.
And so I don't want it to hang off the edge, so I was just going to take like 1/4 of an inch off the top. Whoops.
The shorter hat, I think, is more stylish.
So now I'm just going to put down some shear glue.
And Ken's doing it in drops because, like we said, a little goes a long way. Kimmy sent snowman icons. And you wrapped twine around the hat already.
Yep, beforehand I wrapped some Queen and Company little butcher twine with the red and white around the top.
You might want to put it up just a little bit. You can see the top of the tag. Yep, there you go.
And actually, the shear glue and this paper are not interacting well, so that's why I'm holding it for a moment to let it set.
Rose joined us.
Hi, Rose.
Yay!
So let me put the cap on this. So, for eyes, I was thinking I could do these, but they seem a little small. So do I want to use googly eyes?
I say always use googly eyes.
Let me see.
But you could use those to put like down the front of his shirt, his suit, if you wanted to. Just saying. There's always room for googly eyes, Ken. They're like the Jell-O of the craft industry.
Gina, maybe later, if you remind us, we can show that we're mic'd up and the pearl paper is over there. So they did have some other colors.
Yep, they had blue and pink and bronze and black. Because the hat Ken cut out is the pearl paper too.
So that size?
Yeah, look at that.
Or that size? I think the bigger size.
I think the bigger size, I was going to say. Do you want the picking up tool?
No, these are big enough that it's not a problem. And then I'll just have to cut a piece for his nose. So you can take those back and put the lid on before eyes go everywhere.
The eyes have it. Get it?
Yes. So I put down a dot of the sheer glue.
You gotta be careful when you put it down because it'll smush and move until it dries a little bit.
And then the nose. Trying to think of.
If he's looking up, wouldn't it be pointed down his face? Or is he like this? Like, how is he looking up?
That's why I was gonna kind of cut it.
It looks cool, I think.
I think it's a little too big.
Okay. What's the name of the lover that had the big nose?
Cyrano.
Cyrano. That's cute.
So a little bit more sheer glue.
So I have a question. Is this an armless snowman?
Yeah.
He's just walking with his hands behind his back.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's too much.
Little goes a long way, Ken. Thank you. I will treasure this always and forever. Or until it ends up in the garbage. One of those two things.
So there's that. So do you think a few of those black things?
Well, what do people think? Do we think he needs buttons down his top or no?
So like 2 or 3, maybe, or just one? Maybe just one.
Yeah, try it. You can always take it off. Kimmy says yes.
So these are Queen & Company Jelly Gems.
Do you want sticks? Or can you get them?
I think
They're too tiny for my fat fingers.
So I think I'll do 3.
Yeah, because one kind of makes it look like a bib. Spinosaurus is the best. That wasn't my favorite Jurassic Park movie, though. With the Spinosaurus.
Oops. Come on. Does this... I think the adhesive stayed on the... Yep. The adhesive stayed on the...
It's sticky adhesive. You got to make sure you get it with the embellishment. But the nice thing is if it sticks, you can use the pickup tool or something to just go over and pick up the goober. No, they're not goobers. Kimmy, what are they? They're not goobers.
Gloobers.
Gloobers, that's what they are. Gloobers.
There you go. So
you don't like Spinosauruses? Do you not agree with your son that they are the best? That's my question.
So I need to finish his hat. So this is one of the little bling books from Queen & Company.
The white one.
The white one, in case that wasn't obvious, as opposed to the yellow one.
I wish that they come out with a big white bling book.
So I'm going to take one of these red ones. Come on, adhesive. And that's going to go on his head.
So if you're unfamiliar with the bling books, they have all the same type of bling in them, but they come in different colors of the bling.
And it's usually like a red, pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
And white.
And a white.
And sometimes white is black, and sometimes white could be clear, too. Oh, you're just doing all kinds of embellishments on this card.
Oh, Gloober.
Yeah, I would. That's why I don't like doing it with my fingers.
Because you don't have nails.
Because the Gloober will stick to my finger. Wendy loves your card.
There you go.
It is freaking adorable, Kenny.
So I use the big one as kind of like a flower, and then the small ones to be like leaves.
I love the shaker elements, but even more than the shaker elements,
you love the googly eyes?
I love the
Whoops.
googly eyes.
Speaking of which, it wasn't dry.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the shear glue. You got to wait till it dries, probably about half hour.
So there you go. Ken's first card is done.
Yay, Kenny's first card. Everyone's loving your card, Ken.
Thank you.
My turn.
Well, do we want to catch up on the chat? I'm going to put the link back in the chat again, so if you want to use what we were using.
And if you use any of our affiliate links, anything that you buy, once you go to Queen & Company with our affiliate link, we will get credit for it. So you don't need a link for every single product. If you just choose one product with one of our links, we'll get credit for your whole order.
And for this one, I used the shaker, what is it?
Shaped Shaker Tag Kit.
Shaped Shaker's Tag Kit, which is the upper right. Are you ready?
Yep. I am ready.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm going to do my card, and I used Pretty Presents for my card. And
but what's this paper?
This paper is, yep, it's the Simple Stripes paper. And it comes in all those colors, and whoops, my piece fell on the floor. One side is this, and one side is this. So I thought this was very Christmassy, without being in your face about it. And I hold my card up to edge to the side. That's better. And then I'm going to use this down here, because I need a floor to put presents on. Just line it up at the bottom. Boom. So I got my background all done, and then I have 4 sizes of presents.
4?
I'm sorry, 3. 3 sizes. Ken, it's Christmas. Oops, I moved the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
I know, now we don't know where we are. So I think I'm going to put them on like that. Because they're symmetrical, I can flip them over and I can put the acetate side down.
Wendy has a question.
Wendy?
Where's your corner aligner?
Not printed yet. It's not printed. It's coming though. But I can't set things up to print when I know we're doing a video because the 3D printer's kind of loud. So I'm going to put this.
Oh, did the pen thing finish?
No, it ran out of filament.
Oh.
And then I'm going to take my little hook to pull out the center.
We were 3D printing a little tray for
Copics
markers.
So that's my first present down. And I'm popping this present out wrong.
Wendy said on back order.
On back order. Yes. Yes, they are on back order. And then I'm going to put this present, oops, not right next to it, but close. And I totally didn't push the center out enough. And then I'm just going to push that down all the way. And then the little present is going to push out through that way.
But with these shapes, you can do some pretty cool stuff. In some of our recent videos, there was...
I'm just going to put
we use the shapes again with the... Queen & Company has this kind of press-on foil.
Oh yeah, the press-on foil.
So with the adhesive of the foam pieces, you could just dab on the foil and it came out really cool.
So it's a little skewed. There. So there, and then I cut out, where's my acetates? 1, 2.
Excuse me.
1, 2, so I don't lose them. Uh-oh. Nope, here it is. There's my acetates. And then here's the covers for each present. Here's a blue one. And this is a red one. And this is a green one up here.
But it's going to go underneath, right?
Yes. So what I think I want to do is I got some pearly brights out, and I want to put some yellow. Oops.
You're not huffing.
I'm not huffing. And some green. And then some gems. And when I cut these out, if you see these cuts have like the stripes and the circles cut out, I could use those to put in the background so when you look through the shaker you can see them. But I intended to fill most of these presents up with embellishments. So they're not going to be really a shaker per se.
So Spinosaurus used the foil at CKC Houston this weekend and fell in love.
I know, isn't it great?
And Kimmy was already saying it's awesome, and Wendy hasn't used hers yet.
It's like you see it and you're like, oh, another company came out with foil. How different is this? But it's not different in how you can use it, but the look that you get, the finished look is incredible.
Yeah, I thought it had a nice quality to it.
I'm going to put red.
And if you look at the mermaid card George did, he layered different colors and it came out really cool, like the blue and the orange and things. Was it blue and orange? Yeah.
Yeah.
It really did look like that pearlescent, scaly fish iridescent look.
Then I'm going to put some green up here. I'm totally not huffing on these at all.
You'll have to huff before you do anything else.
Well, I'll huff on the acetate.
And you should huff on the card too, slightly.
You want me to move the card? Are you crazy? There, I huffed a little.
So you're done with this?
I'm done with those, yes, please. Yes, and thank you. I'm going to put a little bit of this in here just to fill up some holes. There. So now I'm going to peel off the paper acetate. And I need square acetate for this one. I'm in a hurry, so I'm forgetting to huff. And I'm just going to lay this down, lay it on the side, and then just kind of let it drop. And then I'm going to do the little acetate. Thank you, Kenny. My lovely assistant, Kenny. I'll lay it down on the one side, and then just let it drop and seal it. And then I'm going to peel off the rectangle.
Oh, I was huffing on it. I wasn't yawning on it.
You were totally yawning. Totally yawning. And then
it's the start of the school year. It's very long
yeah.
days.
There, and it's all sealed. So now I have these, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool because I already have the bows and everything on them. But I didn't like that the bows were the same color, so I cut the packages out of different color paper.
The bows?
The bows. Well, no, the whole package actually I did. And then I just cut off the bow, and then I'm going to glue the bow on. And I'm going to use some art glitter glue to glue that on. And I probably should have got this primed before. because it's not working. There it goes. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around here. And down in here. And then I'm going to layer the yellow right on top. And it doesn't even have to be perfect, because if it's off a little bit, it kind of makes it look like a shadow. So I did that one. I did a red one to cover up the green bow. Not to cover up, to replace the green bow. And I'm going to use the pickup stick to do this one. There we go. Just put it in place.
We don't have any towel or tissue handy.
I think I have some next to me. And then, where did my green one go? Oh, here's my green one. So you see this one I just cut out of a piece of scrap paper I had on the side. And actually, I don't know how I'm going to be able to cut this and keep it so these little things don't all fall off.
I would
So I'm just going to
leave it in the center.
Just going to circular cut it a little bit. There, like that. So that's left over. And then I have this. See? And then I'm just going to go on the, and this is actually,
Yeah, we're going to clean that. There's pressure inside. I think you're using way more glue than you need.
Well, there's all these little different strands, and I don't want them to get lost and not stick. And I'm going to take this, and I'll just line this up. And actually, this one I don't think I'm going to line up all that well. So you can see the blue, and it has the green behind it. And then I want to do...
You should see if you have a paper towel so you don't put the card in the glue.
Ooh. Ta-da! Paper towel.
Give me that. And the pen. Because this is spooging.
And I'm going to put the red one on first. And I'm going to do that with sheer glue.
I would do the green present first on top because things go on top of that.
You're right. I was doing them backwards. And the nice thing about these presents and stuff is I used all little scraps. So this green was from Halloween paper that we used last week. It was just a side that was all green and didn't have a Halloween-y pattern on it. And I'm going to lay that right on top. Look at that. First one done. And now I'm going to do the red one, Kenny. Thank you for stopping me from making a mistake.
It actually works out once in a while.
What, did I listen to you?
That I'm actually able to stop you.
Okay.
That you listen, that you actually stop.
Well, you know, it's that time of the year where I kind of have to listen to you, otherwise you get a little crazy from your work.
Slide it up a little. On camera, at least it looks like it's...
No.
I guess it's just the camera angle.
Yeah. And I think I distorted it a little bit when I set it down. So there's that.
Actually, I think it's not a perfect square. I think it actually went the other way.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. I could turn it the other way.
No. I think it's okay. You can take like a Copic and color in the extra foam.
Or any alcohol marker.
Yeah, any alcohol marker.
I'm just going around the outside, dabbing. I just thought it was a square, so I didn't pay attention. Told you I wanted to play with this for a while. So you could do this in birthday paper.
Hi, Shirls. Shirl's Crafty World.
And there's that. But then I also cut these out of Ken's pearl paper because I like the pearl paper so much. And I thought I could put it on as like an embellishment, like on the corner of the package or up here. By the bow of something. Because stars are Christmassy. Did a flower too, but I think the flower's a little much. It like covers too much. And it's trapped. There. And then for my salutation, I cut this with the fundamentals and stamped it with a stamp from All Bundled Up, I believe. Or Merry and Bright. No, I think it was Merry and Bright.
Are you popping that up?
Yes, I am. Thank you. So this is left over from the Giving Thanks kit. And it was the center of a leaf. And we're just going to cut it into pieces to help pop up our sentiment. So we don't need to use foam dots. Of course, I put it on wrong, or not wrong, but at an angle. So I gotta trim some away there. And then some of this will go down here and pop up the other side. Peel and peel. And done. Ta-da!
Is it done?
What do you mean, is it done? No, actually, right. Because I decided I wanted to use some of the stuff from the bling books. So this bling book, it's the orange book for this year. It has stars, and the stars come in a frosted and a crystal clear. So I want to do a red star, a frosted one on this package.
Spinosaurus says needs blings on the words.
Oh, okay, well, hang on. I got a plan. I need yellow orangey ones. Or do I want silver? No, I think I want silver. Yeah, silver ones. I want silver ones to go on this package. And then,
do you think it should go on the words or like 3 dots underneath? Because I think there's a lot of blank space here. I think like 3 dots under here. Gina says, I'm pretty sure my eyes aren't good enough for those little bitty tiny embellishments. They're not all that tiny, really.
yeah, they're not that bad, Gina. Oh. And these are from the dark blue bling book. You think I should use blue, or you think I should use another color?
I might mirror the presents, so you could use the blue.
A blue, a green, and a red?
Yeah.
Blue, a green, and that's orange. This is red. I think I going to put it like down here. So there's red.
And Gina, they also have really big binders like these that are actually 4 pockets. So basically, like this has one, and it's a little bit bigger. Are they square? I think the pockets are square.
They're almost square. I don't think they're perfect.
So they're bigger, and there's 4 with flaps, so 2 by 2.
And you can put all your embellishments in them.
We have those over on the other side of the room with all the other embellishments, but those come empty. These bling books you buy as a set.
Well, you can buy them as a set.
Well, you can buy them as a set with the embellishments in them. I think that looks good. I think it helps balance out the empty space.
You know what I should have done? Cut green paper to look like a Christmas tree to go behind it.
Yeah, that would have been good too.
Yeah. So there's my card.
And Spinosaurus has some of the bigger binders.
I love the bigger binders.
They hold a lot.
Yeah, they do. And if you guys have never used Queen & Company flowers, Queen & Company flowers are pretty awesome too. We should just do a video about Queen & Company flowers. You can make a card front out of the flowers just alone. So yeah, these bling books they're addicting. Once you start, you won't stop. And they usually have different ones each year. So we have ones last year that, like the red from last year, doesn't come with these in it. It came with a different embellishment in it. So there's my semi-shaker card.
Kimmy uses one of the big one for her dies too. Because you can get different sheets. It doesn't have to be the 4x4. You can get the pockets that it's 1 big pocket or 2 bigger pockets.
When we started out, I was using them for our for our dies. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice, I think.
Oh.
Monster.
So I put up the link to the products we're using today. So just a reminder, George just used Pretty Presents, which is on the middle on the bottom.
And that comes with toppings, paper, foam, acetate, and stamps.
And I'm going to make a card next using Merry and Bright, and that's going to be the last one for this video. Gina is making her very first card today, in the middle of my first junk journal process right now. Very new to all of this.
Gina, just so you know, card making is very, very addictive.
And shopping. So both of these, I went kind of very plain using the pearlescent background for the card.
Pearl.
And
you can see the pearly.
I'm using 2 different ornament shapes because I just kind of want to do a very simple layout and have the cards, the colors stand out for themselves. And I'm doing a lot of silver and gold. And those are going to be the strings, and George cut out all the different pieces. And this is the Queen & Company foil, the adhesive foil.
Right, this is the adhesive foil.
So for some of them, I'm going to use them as an adhesive, but others I may not. We'll see how it works out.
So these are very thin. It's not even like paper. It's almost like a fabric. A super fine glitter.
Yeah, it's very smooth and luxe. So again, the die cuts out the shape and the center, but I'm mixing it up, so I'm going to do the silver. I think I want to do the gold in this shape. So I'm going to do the gold in that shape with the silver in the center. And then I'm going to do the silver in the more fancy shape and have the gold in the center of that one.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
And then this also, the die cut set comes with things for the little caps.
The hangers can.
The hangers. And I use the pearlescent paper I used for the snowman. So again, you can kind of see a little bit discolor, the glistening on that one.
Gina and Kimmy are going to get together for looking at her journal.
And I've got some of the pearlies from the kit, but I'm going to keep those a little bit as a surprise. So this, like I said, I'm going to keep it a little simple. The front of the card, I'm just doing the ornaments with no sentiment. So I'm just going to have the two different ornaments.
And no background?
No background, because I want the ornaments to stand out on their own.
I understand.
So again, I'm popping out the shapes, and these are pretty symmetrical, so I can go ahead and put the shiny side on the bottom.
And remember, if you have a shape that's not symmetrical, you can still use the other side. You just have to remember that you have to use...
When you're preparing your pieces.
Right, you have to use the reverse of the cut. So like these, if this wasn't symmetrical, you wouldn't use this side, you would use this side. So when you cut it, you have to remember to put the paper that you want to use on the top and not facing the die.
So I'm going to put that one there. And this one just a little bit lower. I chose to do it that way just so you can hold the corner of the card to open it, and I should have checked the base. Yes, it's opening in the right direction.
Yay, you didn't pull a Georgie. You want a hook?
Nope. So there's those, and I can set these aside. Or actually, I could have done more ornaments with these and the centers I have left over.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to clutter it up.
With foil, you could have done it too.
Yep. But I want to keep this pretty simple.
Turn it more towards you so you can see it.
That one's a little off center. But, oh well. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the centers in. And because of the foil, I'm just going to go ahead and use the foil.
Not foil, glitter. Sticky glitter.
The adhesive glitter paper.
And it's super thin adhesive paper too. It's like thinner than a normal...
It disappears.
It's thinner than a normal piece of paper.
Oops.
Off center?
Yep, I thought it wasn't, but it was. But it's vinyl-y enough that I could pick it up again.
Yay.
I think that's good. Oops. Oh, it was just the paper. I thought I lost something.
The only thing I don't like about this glitter paper is it's so thin, I have a hard time peeling the backing off because I have no fingernails. So I usually have to use the tweezers or the hook, the weeding hook, to help me do it.
So there's those, and you can already see how luxe that glitter is. I just like it, and it feels so smooth.
It doesn't even feel like glitter paper. I'm telling you, it feels like fabric.
So, get those out of the way. Here are the little pearl elements. And I was going to use, this comes with the Merry and Bright kit.
Yep.
So I was going to use this color with the gold and these with the silver. So just so you can see them a little bit better. Wrong way. Like the one on the left is very pale blue, white, and pink. And then there's like a green and slightly light cranberry and silver on the right.
What are you doing?
I was opening it up.
Oh, don't forget the huff.
I know, they're already sticking to the bag.
I was worried that you were just going to go for the pour like I did. I was going to say no.
So I'm probably going to have to huff again because they're Very staticky from the back. Whoa, runner.
Run away. Which was an excellent movie by Tom Hanks, or with Tom Hanks.
Tom Selleck?
Tom Selleck. Tom Hanks, Tom Selleck. It was a Tom, I know.
And Gene Simmons.
And Gene Simmons was a bad guy.
It almost fell out of my hand. So, there we go.
Those look nice.
And I'm going to add a little bit of the clear to kind of fill it out.
So you're filling it up like I did mine?
Close. Oops. And now we're ready for the acetate.
I need to check the volume on the YouTube window. A lot of times YouTube might start the volume in the middle. Does anyone else think that the volume is low?
It's where it was the last time, and we were doing pretty good. And to be honest, I was mumbling a little while I was doing the
huffing and pouring.
Huffing and pouring. So now I'm laying the acetate down on that one. And then this one's ready.
Elbow out your way.
This adhesive doesn't want to give up. There it goes. There it is.
I was going to say... No problem, Anita.
There.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube's been doing strange things with that lately. Yeah, I don't understand why it's starting your volume low or in the middle.
So this, because it hangs over and is bigger, I'm going to go ahead and use the shear glue instead of peeling off the adhesive backing, because I don't want to mess with this hanging off.
Yeah, that would just kind of, unless you put a piece of foam behind it.
Yeah. I like the kind of three-dimensional aspect of it.
Okay.
And the shear glue is good for the acetate because it doesn't dry completely. I'm just kind of spreading the little spooge at the bottom.
Probably too much.
No, I spread it. So there's that one.
Anita, these are kits from Queen & Company. Ken, before you do the next one, can you just jump over to the link? So these are kits from Queen & Company. They have 6 Christmas kits, Merry and Bright, Snow Globe, tags, all bundled up, pretty presents, and happy holidays. So they come with the dies, with the foam pieces, with the acetate for the foam pieces, and most of them, except for the tag kit, come with the toppings that go inside to make them into shaker cards.
And Snow Globe doesn't come with dies. It comes with the bases.
Right, it comes with the bases all pre-cut.
And we already made a card with the tags and pretty presents, and these are the ornaments from Merry and Bright.
So actually, no, Ken, Snow Globe does come with a die.
Oh, it comes with a die for the base and a circle.
Right, a base and a circle.
They just don't have it pictured.
You just don't have to cut out the foam because it's a full front foam piece.
So before my shear glue dries out, well, it doesn't dry out completely, but before it sets up more.
And because I don't have a keyboard over on my side, after you're done with that, can you paste the link into our page, our post? And Anita, here is a link to our blog post that has links to Queen & Company. And if you choose to buy through our links, we will get a small commission at no charge to you. Yeah, Merry and Bright is sold out, but make sure you put down your email address and they will notify you when it comes back in stock. It is coming back in stock soon. I think the Snow Globe is also out of stock, but it's coming back in stock also.
So this Merry and Bright actually gives you a few different
The Merry and Bright
caps.
gives you like 6 different styles of caps to the ornaments that you can use.
And this one I chose just because it kind of looks like the crimped ornaments I had as a kid. But I'm being foiled by the glitter.
Foiled.
Yeah, because it's not heavy enough to let me put some pressure on while I'm gluing, so I had to use the hook there.
So Spinosaurus brings up a good point. If you bought the old snow globe kit, it did not come with dies. They didn't add the dies. God, I don't think they added the dies till like 6 months later, maybe, after the kit first came out. Because I know I didn't think I had the dies, but I had the dies. And then I bought a whole new kit because I thought I didn't have the dies. And then I was like, Kimmy, do you have this kit? Because we have 2 of them. And Kimmy's like, nope, I have it. And I was like, oh.
So there's those. And then for the string, I'm using the Queen and Company, I can't remember what this is called, like glitter thread, the tinsel thread or something like that.
Yes. I was trying to think if that was name. It's a tinsel thread, and I don't think they sell it anymore.
No.
I think I stocked up on a lot of stuff before.
But we got these with kits, didn't we? It comes separate.
You could have bought them before individually, and then it came in like a little glitter box, a glittered paper box, and you got one of each color in that, kind of like you do with the bundles for the bling box or bling books. Yes, Wendy said then it went in the Wendy box. Yep, it sure did, Wendy.
Oops. The string was coming through the hole, but not the tinsel.
So Spinosaurus, if you have the old kit without the dies, you might want to reach out to Queen and Company and see if you could purchase just the die if you wanted that. I'm sure that Wendy from Queen and Company could hook you up somehow.
So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to fold this over the back. And I don't have it cut now, but I'll probably just put a panel inside to cover it up. Because originally I was thinking about possibly gluing these down, but I don't think that's going to work out.
Just tape. Do you need tape?
Yes.
Scotch is proudly not a sponsor.
Can you rip me a piece?
Sure.
So I can hold this down?
If she says she doesn't have one, let us know. We might have an extra one floating around here someplace. I'm sure she'll hook you up, though. Wendy's a great lady.
Not the same Wendy who's in our chat, who's also a great lady, but not the same Wendy.
Right. Wendy from Queen and Company, not Wendy of the Mac Turk.
Oops, little off center.
It's windy.
I'm gonna pop it.
It's windy, and we're talking about Wendy.
Okay.
No, it's a stretch, I know. Did you get it? Do you need more tape?
Oh, I got it. So, pop this one back up. Oop, they both don't want to play. So it's a little bit better.
Ta-da!
Though it does look windy because we're doing things sideways.
That's okay though.
And then I went ahead and made bows ahead of time because I knew it would be
better you than me, my
impossible to do that live.
I couldn't do it.
So now I just need to glue those down, and I think I'll use the sheer glue.
I would use the sheer glue
for those. I'm just going to kind of offset it a little bit.
Yeah, these Christmas kits are cool. And really, how many times do you see a shaker Christmas kit or a Christmas card?
Are the tweezers floating around?
Yes, they're on Georgie's side of the table. Because the shaker Christmas card is different. That's kind of what I like about it.
I don't want to shake that too much because the sheer glue needs some time to set up.
Yep. If you're using sheer glue to hold on embellishments like this, once you put it on, I would set it aside for a good half hour.
I don't think I have enough glue on this one.
Probably not.
Yep, not enough glue.
I would put I would put glove on the, yep, exactly. You got it. You got it, Kenny.
Speaking of glob, I could have used one of those instead.
A gloober, you could have used a gloober. A gloober would be not dried instantly, but kind of dried instantly.
And a lot more sticky.
And a lot more sticky, and was stuck the first time.
So I don't want to move it too much, but this, I just wanted to keep it simple and let the ornaments kind of speak for themselves. So I think that one's done. And for this, I was going to put something on the inside.
That would be cool.
Yep. So I could have used something. It looks really plain here, but I think the iridescent paper helps it stand out. And this just looks like ornaments at a house that has cats, so the ornaments are swinging. So there's our cards for today.
Yay! That was fun. And I got to use the Pretty Packages one. And we learned that this one isn't exactly square. And you have to be careful where you put the square. Make sure it's right, the right way before you put it down. And I'll just color this in with a red marker so you can't see the white.
But my favorite is the snowman.
Well, Wendy, make sure if you order the kits, you do them through our link. Because then you help support Crafts by Two at no charge to you.
Thank you.
So does anybody have any questions before we call it a night? Why don't you switch back to us? Or do you think people want to see the cards more than us?
We can switch back. Oops, that was unlocking it, not hiding it. There we go.
Yeah, switch back to the cards. Nobody needs to see us.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Wendy promises to use the link. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
And Debbie says she loves them. I missed Debbie coming in.
I missed her too. So remember, you can get these kits through our links. And there might be a new Christmas one coming out. Probably not for a month, I think. I think maybe after Halloween, I want to say, after the Halloween kits come back in. But we wanted to get a head start, so that's why we did the series. So I think the next thing that we're going to do is during the day, we're going to do a live with the Under the Sea kit again and show you how you can mix it with another company that we really love, Unity, the Unity stamps. Scout loves them too. We love Scout.
And Debbie got in late, so that's why we didn't see. But you can always watch the recording.
Yep. So remember, make sure that you follow us on all our social medias, and I will announce on YouTube and in our blog when our next live will be. So if you go to...
Actually, that page is not going to do anything right now.
We're redesigning our website, and that page apparently is not done yet.
And some pages are still a jumble of code because we switched systems.
So in our blog or on our Facebook page, it will say when the next live is. And we'll be using Queen & Company and Unity items. And maybe we'll have a special guest with us, because you'll be at work.
So not with us, with you. Is that the royal us?
No, because it'll be me and this other person, so it's still us. Just not us.
But it would be a guest with us. So the guest
is with me.
With us.
I didn't want to make you feel bad that you're not going to be here.
That's a surprise.
Sorry. And that will either be late this week or next week. Maybe we'll do it on a Monday. Maybe it'll be next week's Make It Monday.
That would be nice.
Monday, make it.
Because we're getting even closer to the real start of classes.
Yeah.
So that means Ken more crazy.
Yeah. You'll see a lot more of George all alone.
It's fine by me.
All right, we'll talk to everybody later. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.